Welcome back to Asgard, and welcome to episode 4 of our Feed the Beast Inventions modded Minecraft series. You'll notice there's a bit of a change here. I did add in the Sortex Fanfur texture pack. I think it makes things look a little bit cleaner and everything, and I kind of like it. If you don't like it, just let me know in the comments or something. If you'd rather me go back to vanilla or do something else. But I thought it just made everything look a little bit more crisp and sharp. Also, let's see. I did add in chicken chunks because it almost seems like all the chunk loaders are disabled right now, and it almost seems like, you know, maybe they're going to add them in the future, but they haven't yet because I know the pack's still kind of a work in progress. So I did just throw it in there because otherwise, I mean, we're not going to be able to do any remote stuff, and leaving the base, everything's going to shut down, and it's just a headache. So I did set up a chunk loader in the nether for our lava gen, because I ran through everything that was in this hardened portable tank, and so I just went and set that up really quick. I also did do a little bit of farming in the nether. I got us glowstone in here. I got nether quartz somewhere down here, right there. And I did also get, well, it's having issues loading. But I also got a gas tier as well. So I did a little bit of mining between last episode and this one. Not too much. I did add an elevator block back here. And so now we have kind of an upstairs. It's barren right now, but you know, we'll end up putting something up here. Also, you will notice some places it kind of looks funny, especially where the floors connect. That's because when I was setting up the house originally, I was just kind of wanting to get a house to live in, you know, and kind of rushing through it, and I didn't think to add a place for steps or actually make the the pillars and stuff for the walls. I didn't really make them make sense or anything, so it was just kind of a quick throw together job for a starter house. But it doesn't really matter. I know we're going to end up tearing this house down. This is just kind of our starter one, or we may leave it if we end up moving, but I was thinking we might end up living, you know, in this area because I kind of like it. But yeah, for now, certain places look kind of funny, but oh well. We'll fix that long term, or we'll just tear it down. You'll also see that I expanded the farm a bit. I filled out the wheat line. I got industrial hemp, and I got a strawberry line growing. I also added a small sugarcane farm. And then back here, I have just a small animal pen right now for sheep and cows. So, because I had some sheep right over here somewhere, and then cows over there, or vice versa, I can't recall. But so I just brought them in and set them up there so we can get wool and milk and leather and whatnot. So the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to make a chunk loader for the house. I set one up, you know, for the nether, but I haven't set one up for the house yet. So I've got everything prepped and ready for that. Just a standard vanilla enchantment table, gold and ender pearl. And we'll just throw this down. I guess for right now we'll put it here. We'll do, I say, 3 chunks. And if you don't know, you know, you can hit show lasers and see like the range out there and, you know, all around. And you can also change the shape, but we're going to leave it on square. The next thing I want to start getting into is, since this pack doesn't have Tinker's Constructs, we want to, you know, get into a better pick before long, and something that we can use a bit more long term. So I've been debating how I want to do that, and I think we might start getting into the Flux infused stuff. I was debating between that and the dark pick, but because I mean, there's the soul pickaxe, which is nice, but we'll have to get a decent ways into soul shards and stuff. So we'll probably hold off on that. But yeah, I think we're going to start getting into the Flux infused, which is going to take a little bit, of course. But so we'll start going down the thermal expansion line, I think. And once we get a little ways into that, we'll also make ourselves a jetpack as well. So that's what we're going to start with. Actually, no. Do we have the mats for it? You know what? We might actually start out. Let me see. Let me check something really quick. No, I don't have the materials just yet. We'll do that probably next episode. Because I was thinking, we don't really have a power storage, and I want to get capacitor banks, but we might wait till next episode to start doing that, I think. But anyway, the first thing we're going to want to get is the magma crucible and the fluid transposer, I think. Oh, did I ever... Whoops. I can't remember if I want it load. Load. Did I ever put any nether bricks into here? I almost think I didn't. I know I put nether brick fences. Let's see here. I don't think I did. So I'm gonna run to the nether just really quick, get some nether bricks, and I'll be right back. Actually I had a change of heart. While we're going to the nether, let's actually do something else that would really benefit us. For starters, let me get an axe real quick. Because we're gonna need it for this build, or we're gonna need a bunch of them for this build. Not particularly what we're doing specifically, but so we're gonna set something up really quick here. And do I have any more ender pearls? I don't think that I do. Let me grab a couple ender pearls here. Oh, or just one ender pearl, I mean. Actually, I could just search it, huh? Okay. And let me go grab some wool. We're going to kind of build a little area downstairs just really quickly. And we're going to set something up. Oh, good God. Oh, God. Look at all the skeletons. Alright. Let's see here. Let me rip up the floor here really fast. Probably should have made a shovel, actually. Hey, we got some iron. I'm not going to worry about decorating it all and everything just right this second. But let me remove this. You know what? I just came down here and didn't actually make what I need to make. Alright, so wool around an ender pearl makes an elevator. And we'll drop that there. And see, now we can move between the floors. But give me just a second. I'm going to cut camera here, and I'm going to kind of dig out a room really fast, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just kind of dug that out just a little bit. Let me throw this iron in here so it can start processing. And this in there. And then one other thing that I'm going to want to craft for this is, let's get some iron. And we've got cobble. And let's grab ourselves just a few sticks, actually. And we're going to make a lever. And then we're also going to make an iron door. Oh, they craft 3 at a time. And let me throw that in. Nope, not that. That. And actually, let me replace that. So we're just going to put an iron door here. Right there. And flip that actually. You know what? Let's actually switch that. I don't want it to open that direction. Let's see here. Put the cobble back. And we'll just throw the lever right here. We'll end up changing this up later on, but for now that works for our like stage in the tech, you know. And fill that back in. Okay. Now the next thing we want to make is if we take our dolly and put diamonds, diamonds on the bottom of it, we're gonna get a diamond dolly. Now what this can do is it can actually pick up mob spawners, and let us take them with us. Now it is going to take durability damage every time that it moves a mob spawner. It's not a whole lot, and it's not really an issue because every time I seem to go mining, or every time I go mining, I seem to find a decent amount of diamonds. So I'm not too worried about, you know, using 3 of them to make this diamond dolly. And other than that, it does work the same as like your standard dolly. You know, you can pick up chests and move them and everything. The only thing that's going to take, or the only thing that's going to deal any kind of durability damage to it is moving spawners. So, and I think it can move like 3 or 4 before it breaks. So, we'll still have quite a bit of uses with it. Now let's run down here just really fast. I didn't think about when I set this up that it just kind of blocks my whole walkway there, but yeah, no, you're gonna shoot fire. Alright, so while we're down here, let's grab ourselves yeah, we got plenty, because we'll scan them now. Oh shit. Okay. Oh shit. I hate the nether. Just want to slip around here. I hate fighting blazes out in the open like this. Yeah, come on, shoot your fire. Oh, how did that get me? Oh, is this not? Oh no, I think they're right here. Shit. Alright. Come on, shoot that last fireball. Oh shit. They are everywhere up in here. Alright. Come on. Okay. Now where's this blaze spawner at? Is it up here? No. I know there was one back here. Somewhere. Is it on? That's right, there's a couple right here. Okay, we got it. I didn't even have to be messing with all those. Oh well. So I'm going to cut camera. It's going to take a little while to get this back because you do move slower. But I will be back once I get this back to the base. Okay, I'm almost back now. I ended up having to sneak around the main bridge there. But yeah, one thing I don't like about this now, especially with the texture pack, is it's so white. Like, the bricks and the spruce and everything is just really, really white. But we'll end up changing that, like I said. But once we get back to our base with our little spawn room, we can just right click to throw that blaze spawner down. So now we can actually just let them spawn down below our base and then just go in and kill them in kind of a closed, contained area, which will make our life a whole lot easier. Alright. And you know one thing that we could do? That I've done in the past is kind of make this area a bit more confined so that you can walk into here and kind of give them very little space to move and have multiple shooting at you at the same time. So we might do that and that. I don't mind that little block there because not really a big issue. Now that one I don't like though, being around the corner like that. So let me break that. We'll set that one up. Let's see, where's... Okay, it looks like they can spawn. Ideally we don't want other monsters spawning in here really. So we'll set it right there. And this way we kind of have like an area that we can fight blazes and not be at too much of a risk of them like shooting us and stuff. So, until we get like a automatic farm or something set up. So, tell you what, I am going to scan that sulfur though. For sure. Alright. Now the next thing we want to get into is our thermal expansion machines. The first one, like I said, being the magma crucible. So we're going to need just a couple Invar gears, redstone reception coil. Let's start making some of that stuff. I'm going to grab that, and got some Invar. Alright, so I need some iron too actually. Alright, let's make ourselves a couple of these Invar gears. And this. And then what else? Nether brick, leadstone energy cell frame, and the machine frame, which is just going to be glass, tin gear, and iron. And I've got plenty of glass. A little bit of tin, but I don't think that's an issue. There we go. And I tell you what, let's go ahead and grab a little bit extra tin, a little bit extra glass, because we're going to need another one of these machine frames, so we might as well make two at once while we're at it. Why is it not one? There we go. Oh, you know what? Forgot to make the tin gear first. This mouse, I swear. Okay, sorry about that. And then our glass. And then just iron. And we can actually upgrade these, you know, you saw the other machine frames, but we're not going to just yet. Because I don't really have the Invar and stuff made up for it. So for the energy cell, we're going to need lead, glass, and blocks of redstone. So, I mainly just need the lead. And that... Oh, you know what? I forgot glass. My bags are starting to get full. Ah. That. Alright, that should be everything for the magma crucible. We'll just shift click it in. Now, the next thing we're going to want is the fluid transposer. We'll just need copper gears, redstone reception coil, a bucket, the machine frame. Let me see, how much copper do I have? 6. Okay, but it does have an exchange value, so we should be able to just, you know, grab it with this. Copper. No. Oh, I must not have ever scanned it. Okay. Let me scan one really quickly. I was hoping that these machine frames and stuff would have a exchange value, but they don't. Invar doesn't. I've noticed a lot of things don't. I imagine they'll probably get it to where, you know, it's in there, but as of right now, not everything is. Alright. And there's that, and we're gonna need a bucket. What happened to my bucket? Is it? Oh, okay, it's in there. I actually manually farmed that obsidian, so that's why I had a water bucket. And then just a couple pieces of glass and then a redstone reception coil, and we're all set. So let's grab that. And alright. And that gets us the fluid transposer. Now, let's see. The issue of space. If I dig up into that. Alright. I think I know where we're at. Like where we're underneath right now. So let me grab these. We might have to make a couple more of them. Oh, God. This mouse is acting up so bad today. I need to just order a new one and be done with it. Let's see here. And I think it's about... No. Not right there. Is it? No? Oh, it'd have to be in here somewhere. There it is. Okay. So... tell you what, let's... Yeah, we'll actually just put it there. I don't mind. Like I said, this house isn't for looks. It's just temporary. I'll actually, probably between this episode and next, I'll move our whole setup, you know, upstairs. For all of our power and everything. So, let's see. Do I have any conductive iron made? Okay, cool. And let's make just a few more conduits. Alright. And there we go. And we'll set the magma crucible here and the fluid transposer there. We'll go in and configure these. We'll have this one output to the right, and this one will input from the left. And they're slowly filling up with power. These conduits aren't the best, but you know, they're fine for getting us started. So let me actually... Where's my bag? There it is. I'm going to go ahead and put a crafting table up here as well. This right here is fine. And I want to make a... Let me grab some more wood. Alright, I want to make a chest and then turn it into a hopper. Because these machines from thermal expansion don't automatically pull in. You can make an upgrade for it, but we're just going to put a hopper on there. That way we can, you know, throw stuff in this magma crucible and it'll feed right into, or it'll start, you know, melting down and go into the fluid transposer. So now, if we want to start getting our flux infused stuff, these flux infused electrum ingots, we're going to have to start getting this electrum blend. Now, to do that, we're going to need, well, I guess technically we could do it with the alloy smelter. Okay, well, I guess that's an option as well. But we're just going to have to put redstone into electrum. So let me see here. Let me disable this from pulling for right now. And let's grab... How much silver do I have? Plenty. Alright. Well, I tell you what. Why don't we just make this with the alloy smelter? We'll end up using those machines. I didn't think about doing it with the alloy smelter, so it's really the same. I just forgot that it did that. So we'll set this to just all smelting is fine, and we'll just smelt the gold and the silver together. And let me configure this and turn this back on. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Oh well. I mean, I guess you could do that if you were breaking down the gold and silver and it was like in the dust phase. That would be cheaper on power, but you know, since we're not presently doing that, we might as well just do it with the alloy smelter. Oh, I had copper in there. So I'm going to cut camera for just a second and wait for all this electrum to cook up, and then I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, welcome back. I've got 62 electrum now, so I've got this pulverizing up coal, because the next thing we're going to need is we're going to need pyrotheum dust. Now, pyrotheum dust does take sulfur. You can actually get that from pulverizing blaze rods at like a 50% chance, but we also got it, let's see. We got it in here now, so let's just grab ourselves a stack of that. It's not a big deal to get that. And then we're going to need just a little bit of redstone and then this pulverized coal. And well, we got some sulfur actually from pulverizing coal as well, I guess. And then we also need that blaze powder. So let me actually switch this up just really, really quick, so it'll make us some of that blaze powder. And we're also going to want to make ourselves an energetic infuser. So I just want to get this blaze powder. It does pulverize decently quickly. And then to get our pyrotheum dust, we can just throw this stuff in here like this, and it crafts 2 at a time. So let me make just a few more. Now we're making more than we actually need for the pick, but we'll be able to make the armor and stuff too, and it's going to be a really, really good pick and armor and everything, for especially for this stage in the game. It's going to be really, really nice. So let's throw our electrum, our pyrotheum dust, and our redstone into there, and let those start processing. It is going to take this a little while, but in the meantime we need to get a couple of the things together. So the first thing we're going to need for the pick is we're going to need 2 infused diamonds, which, oh, I don't remember what, energetic diamonds, I think, or something. Or no, let me look up the pick. Yeah, we're going to need Flux crystals, that's what they're called. And it's just 200 millibuckets of redstone with a diamond. So 2 redstone and you'll get that. Not too bad. And then, oh, but we're going to need 4 of them. Let me grab a couple more then. We're also going to need this obsidian rod, which is just pulverized obsidian and a little bit of blaze powder. So, let me grab just a couple more of these, a couple more of those. We'll get this set up, and then we'll make the energetic infuser. So we'll throw that in there and throw our diamonds there. And now for the energetic infuser, or we could craft, I'll tell you what, let's just, instead of doing the energetic infuser and all that, let's just make ourselves a capacitor bank. Just a block of redstone with 4 basic capacitors. Yeah, because I don't want to wait on that. Let me get one more piece of copper really quick. And, oh, you know what I don't have is gold. And I'm going to need 2 of these. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and throw this blaze rod that's in here into the pulverizer, because we'll need just a few blaze powder in just a minute. So, alright, to make our basic capacitors, we're just going to need some gold nuggets, a little bit of redstone, and some copper. That's going to get those. And then we're going to just need, what is it? Is it tin? Iron, okay. And some redstone. Make ourselves a block. Throw the iron around the edges. And then our basic capacitors. And that's going to get us this basic capacitor bank. Now what we can do with this is we can just remove that, set this thing up, and see it's going to start pulling in power just directly from that, and then it'll just output into these power lines. So we kind of have ourselves a little energy buffer set up. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just throw just a little bit of coal in this, just to give it kind of a kickstart for building up some power. But even with all our machines running and stuff, we are coming out positive. So, alright, so we got our 4 flux crystals. And let me see here. I think the last thing that we're going to really need is the obsidian rods. So we're going to need 4. No, I don't want that. I know we can do it in the sag mill though. We'll grab just a few pieces of obsidian here. And get that crushing up. And we do have 6 flux electrum ingots. And then see, the armor is a little bit more expensive. We're going to need the nuggets, the ingots, and then 2 flux crystals for each of these platings. But the pick and the sword is something we're definitely going to be gunning for. So, alright, we got our obsidian, and what did our... Oh, that's a blitz rod. That's not a blaze rod. Oh, crap. Let me, sorry about that. I never scanned a blaze rod, really. Alright, I'll just run downstairs and grab one really quick. But But yeah, making the even though we use the Ender IO alloy smelter to make our alloys, it's not... Oh, am I gonna die? Really? Died in my own home. That's the best part. Okay. Oh my god. I hate dying and trying to pick up all this mess. At least it kept our inventory in order and everything. But yeah, we still had to use it to make the diamonds, so it wasn't really too much of an issue that we... Oh wait, why did I throw that in there? Wasn't too much of an issue that we crafted it, so... Alright, let's make our obsidian rods. And then put our flux crystals on there. And our 3 flux electrum ingots. And there we go. And this thing's kind of nice. Instead of using the energetic infuser to charge stuff up, this acts both as a charging station as well as a power bank. So we can just throw our pick in there, and if you notice, it's sucking up the power and charging it up. And it actually, this one not so much, but the higher capacitors actually charge at a much faster rate too. So alright, so let's go tell you what, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to like a mine area, and then I'll be right back to show you this. Okay, welcome back. I just came down here really quick to just kind of show you this off. So if we're just mining, you know, it pretty much works like a, you know, a diamond pick or whatever. I believe it's, let me check, I believe it's the same mining tier as a diamond pick, but let me double check on that just really quick. Yeah, it is. It's the same tier or higher, but what you can do, so it mines one, you know, just one block at a time. But if you hit V to empower it, it'll use a little bit extra power, but it will mine 3 blocks at the same time. So we'll be able to get through stuff a lot faster this way. And it mines, it does mine from the block you're looking at as being the center, so you know, if I do right here, it's going to mine just that one. If I do here, it's going to mine down. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the episode there. I feel like we, you know, we got quite a bit done. We got power storage set up. We got blaze spawner set up. We got a couple new machines, and we got a flux infused pick, which is going to make a huge difference in our mining endeavors. So if you enjoyed the episode, please comment, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. It's very, very much appreciated. And for those of you that have been doing it, I want to say thank you. You guys have been doing an awesome job, and I just want you to know that I do appreciate it. So and next episode, I'm not entirely sure what we'll be working on just yet. We may be upgrading our power storage, and maybe even upgrading our power. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when it comes time for that. We may actually start looking into soul shards actually next episode, because those are a very powerful mob spawning system. So that might be what we do next episode. So, but anyway, until then, take care, and I hope you'll join me next episode. But yeah, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.